Terri, and this is the Yarn Joy Podcast, episode number 288. Welcome. Okay, so I have several finished objects to show you. I'm so excited. and several works in progress. So let's just get started and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so for my finished objects, I'm happy to say that I've done all 4 of my Preemie hats for the month of January already. Woohoo! This is a goal that I set for myself to make 4 Preemie hats per month between now and October. That will give me 40 Preemie hats, and I will be donating them as I do each year to one of the local area hospitals here, to their NICU department for their Halloween hat drive. Okay, so I've got all 4 of them made, so I'll show you. Okay, so the first 2 I started out was a tutorial that I followed here on YouTube, and the tutorial is by Crochet to Z, and I will link it down below in the description box. It's super easy, a little Preemie hat, and they just turned out so cute. I made 2 of them, and so it is a little owl. Isn't that cute? I love this pattern. I have made it several times. I may make some more throughout this year because they're just so cute, and you can use any color combinations. So yeah, I love it. So I made 2, number 1 and number 2. Aren't they cute? Oh my goodness, just so cute. Okay, so 1 and 2 Preemie hat for my 4 that I need for January. Okay, so here is number 3. It is a little minion hat. So there you go. This is a pattern by Bev, I think, Beverly somebody, I don't know, but her website is called Bev's Country Cottage, I think, something like that. I'll link it down below in the description box. It is just a Preemie, little Preemie minion hat. And then number 4 is a penguin hat. This is a pattern by creamofthecropcrochet.com. They have several Preemie hat patterns, and they're great patterns. They have multiple sizes depending on the size of baby, like a 1 to 3 pound baby, a 3 to 5 pound baby, like that. I think this is the 3 to 5 pound baby, that size, but I think there's like 4 different sizes, including a newborn size. Yeah. And so, but I love their patterns. The basic beanie pattern is the same for all of them, and they just have different decorations to make them different animals. But anyway, there is hat number 4. So yay. So I will be putting these. I have a tote in my closet, and I just toss them in there, and then at the end of the year, or no, well, the end of my challenge, which is actually October, I will do a roundup video, and you will be seeing them again right before I donate them. Okay, so I have one more finished object and I want to show you, and it is, I finished Kanga. Oh my goodness, I think she turned out cuter than Rue did. But anyway, here is Kanga. If you remember, Kanga was one of my whips, so my little whip list that I made when I was showing you my whips, I can mark this one off because I had her arms and her body made. That's it. And so I did everything. I think I had barely the top of her head made, and that was it. So she is finished. So cute. This is a pattern by the Left-Handed Crocheter, okay, and I will link her Ravelry store. I think that's where I got it, through Ravelry. In the description box. If you are on Facebook and you like her Facebook page, she is always giving either a free pattern or a really good discount on her patterns and pattern sets and individual patterns. And so I got this set called 100 Acre Wood, and there's several characters in the set, and I got it for, I think, half price or 60% off. I'm not sure. But if you like her page, like I said, then you will get notifications when she has sales on her patterns. So anyway, there is Kanga. And so Kanga is going to be going alongside of Rue. So here is Rue, Kanga and Rue. And, you know, I thought I used the same yarn for both characters. I meant to, but as you can see, can you see? They're a little bit different color. Kanga is a little bit lighter than Rue, but actually that's a good thing because I'm thinking in the cartoon it's that way. They're not exactly the same color. I'm not sure, but I think it's kind of cute that way. I know this is Red Heart Super Saver Buff. I thought this was too, but now I'm thinking this may be a I Love This Yarn yarn. I'm not sure. But anyway, there is Kanga and Rue, and I did pick out Rue's smile and fixed it a little bit because it was a little wonky and I didn't like the way it was looking. So I redid his mouth. And now these patterns actually don't call it, they're in the pattern. There is no mouth. I just put a mouth because it just seems like they just needed something there underneath their chin. I mean, their nose. So there you go. Okay, so now what am I going to do with these? Well, I was going to give them to my great niece because I have a great niece that her nickname is Rue. And I might do it again. I might. No, well, not these because now they're going to be they're going somewhere else. But my great niece, really, she's getting a little bit older, and I think she's into My Little Pony right now. So I was thinking that maybe I would do something on that, on that wise. Or what do you say? Some My Little Pony thing for her. Because, like I said, she's kind of getting into that. So now the baby gift that I was doing, remember I was going to do a fox and I showed you that last week, the sleepy fox pattern. Well, I was going to pair that with the baby blanket. I'm working on the big scoop yarn, which had orange in it. Well, change of plans because for one thing, last Saturday was the baby shower and I forgot about it and the date just got away from me. But that's okay. She hasn't had the baby yet. So, and I see her at church. So that's no problem. I can give it to her at church. But I remember that she had said since that baby shower happened this past Saturday, I was thinking, oh, maybe she's going to be due like sooner than I thought. And I wouldn't finish with the baby blanket. But I did remember that I have a baby blanket already made that I had made and set aside. And it works out great because she said something about liking pink and gray combination. And so I remembered, oh yeah, I made the Whitby blanket. And I will link that pattern below in the description box. But I made it with this mandala yarn in the unicorn colorway, which is pink and gray. And so see, I've already got this made. And so I thought, oh, well, I'll just give her that blanket. And so here you go. I'm going to give her this. And then I thought, well, I'm not going to give her the fox because it wouldn't really coordinate with this blanket. So I'm going to give her Kanga and Rue. I think that'll be cute, right? And so there you go. My baby gift is complete. Okay. So that was my change in plans with that. So now I have, instead of Kanga being a whip, now I have my Sleepy Fox as being a whip, which I guess I will eventually finish him. And then the big scoop baby blanket too. So, okay. Okay, let's go on to my whips and I'll tell you what else I've been working on. So this past Tuesday, couple of days ago, I did Tuesday Tidbits where I showed you that I was blocking the Tunisian squares and I kind of talked about how I was doing it. Well, I just checked my squares and the ones I had pinned out, they are dry. And so I'm pretty happy with them. Of course, some of them shrunk up. You know, when you're using acrylic and when you're blocking acrylic items, you can get them stretched out, but then of course when you unpin them, they're going to shrink back up. Not like they were, but blocking acrylic is not. It doesn't stay exactly the shape that you stretch it to. I mean the size. Mainly I was doing it to get it to relax. See, they're not perfectly square, but I mean I'm going to be stitching them together, and so that'll help. But anyway, see, they are not curled like they were. So that's great. That's the main thing. They've relaxed a little bit, you know. They're not curling so badly like they did before. This was the biggest one here. anyway, so I'm happy with the way they're blocked, and yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to be stitching them together, and then we will see what they're looking like, you know, after that. But this is just the first 4. So now I've got them off my board. And so now I'm going to pick 4 more. See, these are ones that are still curled. I'm going to pick 4 more. This one, I can just imagine what this is going to be something else to stretch. I can already see. But anyway, I'll do my best. So I'm going to pick 4 more because I've got 8 more I need to do, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. So I'm doing them in sets of 4s because that's how big my foam board is. But anyway, I need to go ahead and get 4 more of them set out, you know, wet, and do the whole process to block them. Okay, so that is works in progress number 2, I guess. The crocheting is done, but I'm still working. I haven't, well, actually, when I sew them together, then I'll do more crocheting because I'll put a border on it. So anyway, works in progress number 2. Works in progress number 3. Okay, this is a crochet along I started. I really didn't want to start a year-long crochet along with anybody this year, just because by about October, November, I'm kind of tired of the project, and it's like, like this Tunisian squares. I was getting tired of the project, but I got them finished. I did them, but they're not put together, but at least I did them. But I saw this one and I thought, oh, it will go right alongside along with my goal of using scraps for this year, or a lot of my scrap yarns. And so I heard about this crochet along from Rebecca of Yarn Pajamas, and I will link Rebecca's channel below in the description box. But the person that is hosting this crochet along is Litsa, which is Coco's Crochet. I think that's what it's called, Coco's Crochet, and I'll put the information video about the crochet along. I will put that video down in the description box also, so you can check that out. But anyway, she's doing a stitch sampler crochet along, and I'm not doing that. I'm doing like what Rebecca's doing. So what not Coco, that's her dog's name. What Litsa is doing is she has a calendar, and she's taking colors from each calendar page, and she's putting those colors into like a jar or whatever, and she's drawing out 4 colors, okay, because she's picking out a bunch of colors out of the pictures of each calendar page, and then she's picking out 4 colors, randomly drawing them out every 2 weeks, okay. And so this way it'll be done in June. It'll be a 6-month project instead of a whole year, which I like that idea. Woo! Anyway, so she's picking out 4 colors, and so I am using those colors that she's picking out, but I am doing a corner to corner project, and I'm doing 2 rows because her stitch sampler blanket was going to be, you use that color and you do 2 rows each, you know, of that color. And but I decided I didn't want to do a stitch sampler, but I really like the idea that Rebecca was doing a corner to corner, because I haven't done a corner to corner in a while. And I know that Angelia of Crocheting House Mouse, I think that's her channel. I'll put her channel below in the description box. But she just did a scrappy corner to corner over Christmas, and I just thought it turned out really cool. So I thought I'd go ahead and do it too. And so I'm using those 4 colors. So these are the 4 colors that Litsa had picked out to use: a blue, a yellow, a white, and then it's 3 colors that she's picking out, and then one of them she's calling a wild card color, and it was purple this time. So anyway, this is my progress so far, okay? So 2 rows of each color, so 8 rows. And then in 2 weeks, which now I think is going to be maybe 1 week, I'm thinking it's going to be like the 21st or something, she'll pick out 4 more colors, okay? So in a week or a week and a half from now, she'll pick out 4 more colors, and I will do 8 more rows with those 4 colors and build up my corner to corner. Now, she did say you could do that, and you could do a corner to corner, or you could do some other type of project, but she just said that if you did a corner to corner, she just wanted to let you know that halfway would be the second yarn drawing of March, and then that will be like halfway, and then you need to start decreasing. So then you could finish off your corner to corner square by the end of the project. Okay, so anyway, so there you go. And I'm using scrap yarn colors. I'm just picking out colors. She said you could use any shade of the colors that she draws. And so I like it. I think it's going to be fun. So check out her info if you want to check out the crochet along. She's only drawn these 4 colors, so it's plenty of time to catch up. You know, you're not behind. That's no big deal. And so yeah, check it out. And you could even do the stitch sampler blanket if you want to, or you could do your own type and just use those colors, you know. Okay, so works in progress number 3, right? I'm losing count. No, works in progress number 1 was the Tunisian squares. Yes, and this is works in progress number 2. Okay. And this will be, you know, a long-term project. Not as long as what I'm going to show you in a minute. But, yeah, this, I think it's going to be fun. Okay, so that is number 2. Works in progress number 3 is the Feel Better Friend doll. And I've gotten pretty good amount of progress on that. So I think last time I showed you that I had 2 arms done, and that was it. I think, I don't know. But anyway, I've gotten both legs. I've got put her underwear on there. And so her body is completely done. So now I need to start working on the head. I need to pick out some yarn for her hair. I think I have an idea of what I'm going to use. But anyway, there you go. And I mentioned that before, that I was going to do a dress for her. Well, then I started thinking about all the closures. I hate having to deal with closures, you know, like, because you can't really put Velcro on there that well, because, you know, it'll fray, it'll like fuzz up the yarn, it'll get stuck. And I didn't really want to work with like putting small buttons on there, and so, or snaps or anything. So anyway, I'm gonna just go with my tried and true. It'll be a 2-piece. It'll be the shirt, the little t-shirt. And now that does have a Velcro strip in the back, but so far it's been doing fine with my dolls, the t-shirts that I got off of Amazon. So I'll do the t-shirt, I'll put some type of decal or something on the t-shirt, just like I've been doing. But instead of shorts, I'm going to use the same pattern for the shorts. But I'm going to, and I like that because you crochet around a hairband, so that's like an elastic waist, you know, so you just pull it on. There's no closures or anything. So I'm going to do that, but instead of doing shorts where you divide to make the legs, I'm going to keep going down and I'm going to make a skirt. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And then, so there you go. That's my plan. So you can follow me along as I'm doing it and see how it's coming out. But anyway, there you go. Got the whole body done. Now I just need to start working on the head. Okay, and the last works in progress. Okay, so this one is a pattern that I heard about from Monique. And Monique is a one of my Facebook group members, and she also comments, you know, I've seen her comment on my videos and stuff, but I've gotten to know Monique from the Facebook group even more. And so she was talking about this pattern that she had been looking at, because it's a few years old, and she just thought it would be a really cute pattern to make, and great way to use up scraps, because she said she had scraps she wanted to use up. And so I clicked on the link that she sent. She posted in the Facebook group, and I looked at it and I loved it. I love the project, although it's a huge project. The person that did it, it's Cherry Heart Crochet, and I'll put her channel below, or the information about the video below in the description box so you can see it. Oh, but I have a picture. I'll pop a picture right here. So here's the picture. Isn't that cute? That is called the Battenberg blanket, okay, because there's a cake that's called Battenberg cake. I've never heard of it. I don't know if it's a UK thing, but it's like a checkerboard. You slice it and there's like a checkerboard pattern in it, different colors of cake, and I just thought it was so cool. And so that blanket is you can see it was squares. So she used DK scraps, which I have a lot of, and she made the little squares, the little 3 round solid grannies, and then the other squares are a main color. Like, I think she used cream, so I don't know if I'll use white or I'll use cream, but I'm not going to make it. She made a huge, in the video where she shows it, and she's like holding it and stuff. It's beautiful, but it's like bed sized, and I'm not going to do that because she said she had to make like 1,000 squares or some big number, but I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to do the random squares using up my DK scraps, and I've already made a few, so I'll show you. But I'll probably just make it like baby blanket size or maybe lapgan size, and that's it. And then it'll be something that I will donate. But anyway, I thought it was a neat idea. And so I've got all these, I've got DK scraps. I've got 3 different plastic baskets, I guess, of DK scraps, and some of them are just little bitty balls like this. Okay, so this is like 3-weight yarn. Okay, so I'm using a 3mm hook, a little one, and I'm making these 3-row, solid 3-row granny squares. So so far I've got 1, I've got 2, and then this is the rest of the green. I haven't used it up yet. But then also I had some that would not make complete squares, so I thought, well, I can do 2-tone squares. And so I used some smaller scraps I had, and I did 2 different, I did different colors, mixed them, because she did some variegated ones, and I imagine I'll be doing that too, because I think I've got some variegated DK. But anyway, see. And I'm just using up the balls, different combinations. And like I said, I still have some of the green. So that's all of them I have so far. But I think they're just so cute. And then, I will pair them with, I'll use her underwear. See, I'll pair them with the white, probably white squares, and put them together. And it's a join as you go project. But I believe you make all the little colored squares first. So I thought, every once in a while I get to the end of a project and I have just a little bit left or whatever, when I'm using DK, and then I would make some little squares. And I have this big bucket right here, the one let me get it, the one I made I put my labels in last year. It's like a cheese ball container. But I thought, I just throw them in here, and this may be way too big that I need, or maybe, I don't know. I'm probably be making a bunch of these, and it's going to take me forever. But I just like that I'm using up just the little ends of some of these yarn, because I know I've mentioned it before, but to me, yarn is like plants. And I feel guilty. If I kill a plant, which I'm not a plant person, so I just feel guilty, like I killed it, like it has feelings. And so I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, and I'm the same way with yarn. I can't throw this little tiny ball. I'll hurt its feelings. And so I like that I am using it all up, in other words. So there you go. But like I said, that's going to be like a forever project, more than likely. And I might change my mind. I might decide that I want to use these little squares for something else that's not going to take as many. Who knows? But I'm making little squares. Okay, so that is my long-term WIP, and WIP number 4. Okay, I think that is it of the projects, of all the things I've been working on. Yes, I do have 2 Christmas cards. Well, no, one's a Christmas card, one is a New Year's card, but I did receive them, and I wanted to show them on here. One of them, let's see, this one is a Christmas card, and it is from Amy. She does have a YouTube channel. It's called Amy Long to Crochet, and there it is, a little snow globe. Isn't that cute? And it says, "Let it snow forever, ho, ho, ho." And it's a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thanks for all you show on your channel. And it's from Amy. And it's Amy Long to Crochet is her channel. So thank you, Amy. I really appreciate it. And then I got a card from Kelly. And it is a handmade card. And it's a New Year's card. So she sent me this. Isn't that cute? So it says 2023, Happy New Year. And then let's see, how does it open right here? Okay, and then at the end there's inside there's some pretty gold snowflakes. Wishing you the best, your friend Kelly. So thank you, Kelly. I love all your handmade cards. I love that you think of me to send me cards, and Amy as well. Thank you so much to all that have sent me cards. I really appreciate it, and I think it's just great that you would think of me to send me a card. Okay, so I did want to share those before I should have shared them last week when I think I got them last week or the beginning of last week. Anyway, I forgot to show them last week. So let's go on to upcoming. Or upcoming or recent. So this past Tuesday, 2 days ago, I had the Tunisian, blocking the Tunisian squares from Tuesday Tidbits. I had that video, but then also I did my first video of crafting with friends, and thank you so much for everybody that gave me positive feedback. Seemed like everybody liked it. I'm doing it at my desk, so it's a little more informal type setting, and I had a good time making it. I just felt like I was sitting there talking and crafting with friends. So I'm enjoying it. This is a collaboration that I am doing along with Come Craft with Sissy. I think that's her channel, but she's the one that is hosting it. There's several of us doing it. I mean, one each day. And so I will link my Crafting with Friends video down below if you haven't seen it. And in that video, I linked all the people's names, each one that's doing it, each day, that you can check out what people are making. Anyway, that's going to be going on for 3 months, and I may keep it up if it's something that turns out real well. So we'll see. But I'm enjoying doing it. So I'm working on a project for that. And I'll save it for my Crafting with Friends, okay? And but when I'm finished with it, I'll probably show it on here for a finished object, But for now, all my progress and stuff, I will save it for the Crafting with Friends on Tuesdays. But anyway, I got a lot done on that. So if you want to see what that project is, then check that video out if you haven't already. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of work done on it, and so cool. That's cool. And then let's see. What else? I have at least 2, maybe 3 unboxing videos of some products, some from One Day Saving, and then some others that are coming from VIP Cross Stitch. And I haven't got them yet, but the products are on the way, so I'll be doing some unboxing and reviewing of those items. So that'll be upcoming whenever they come. And then also I was tagged in a amigurumi book tag, and I was tagged by Crystal of Chronically Crocheting. And so I'm going to, hopefully this weekend, I will be working on that video. She was wanting us to show all our amigurumi books, so we'll see. This will give me a good idea of how many I have. Plus, I'm thinking it'll be a good way for me to rearrange my books, because I have some of my amigurumi books together, but then some of them are kind of stuck, along with my other books. And so this will give me a chance to kind of organize those. So I'll try to do that this weekend sometime. I'm not sure. I don't know if it'll be Saturday, but it might be. I might work on it on Sunday, maybe. It might be. I may use that video for this upcoming Tuesday Tidbits, the next one upcoming. Maybe I'll do that amigurumi book tag, where I'll show you my amigurumi books. Maybe I'll do that on Tuesday Tidbits of this next week. That sounds like that'd be good, right? And then upcoming, I finally have a whip cart. Everybody's got a whip cart, or a lot of people, and I never got one. Well, I finally got one from my mother-in-law, and so I will do a whip cart tour in the future. I'm not sure when, but in the future. So I'm enjoying it. It's quite a useful thing. Okay, so one last thing before I go. I do want to say that I had my weigh-in today for my weight loss journey, and I've stayed the same again. So I've stayed the same for 3 weeks in a row. Now, the scales kind of wiggled around a little bit during the week, but as of today, I'm the same as I was last Thursday and the Thursday before that. Exactly the same. So it's good that I'm not gaining anything, but getting a little frustrated. It's kind of just sticking there, but that's okay. I'll keep working at it. Okay, that's it. So that's all my health journey news. So now we'll just go to the sign off. So I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. And yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend, I think, this weekend. But it'll be good. So yeah, if I don't see you sooner, then I'll definitely be seeing you on Tuesday for Tuesday Tidbits, and also the next Crafting with Friends. So 2 videos coming out that day. So so yeah, until then, we will see you in the next video. Bye.